Coach's Corner is brought to you by Carillion Clinic Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game.
Welcome into another edition of the Carillion Clinic Coach's Corner. I'm Brian Gardner, he's Dan Bremner, and Dan, coming off of a 2-point weekend, you had the split against the Birmingham Bulls, the win on Friday, and then not the best effort on Saturday. Just how'd you feel about those two games against Birmingham?
Yeah, obviously huge games for us, the way we're sitting in the standings with Birmingham. The Friday, very happy with the result. At times, not happy with the process for it. You know, we had opportunities to really put them down, had the lead, and we let them continually creep back in the game to make it a close finish. And then the energy, I don't want to say effort. I hate saying that we didn't have the effort because I do think we were working hard, but our energy just wasn't there on Saturday. You know, in talking to the group, we talked about how even when we don't have that kind of energy, you have to find a way to contribute to the team positively.
We're really in the dog days right now. In the midst of it, we're almost at the halfway point of the season. So this kind of seems like this is the time of year when games like that happen, where you don't quite have the energy. Do you agree?
I mean, as a coach, I like to say no, there's no reason for it. But yeah, when you're getting to this point in the season, and you know, no excuse on travel because Birmingham had a harder week of travel than we did. But you know, day of games when you're traveling 8 hours on a bus, if you want to find excuses, that's kind of where you'd look. But like I said, at the end of the day, everybody's experiencing this kind of travel, and you have to find a way to contribute to a team's success even when you don't feel 100%.
You've talked about trying to bury teams when you get the lead as something that you think is the next step for the guys, and especially on that Friday night. Is that something that you're touching on in practice, or just part of the always the message?
It's got to be always the message going forward, and it's something we've been talking about for the last few weeks. We have to get to that point where we can create, when we're up by 2, we can take that next step and get the third and really put a team out of a game.
Little roster turmoil now as Jake Toit just got called up to the ECHL with the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, and so is it going to be the Henry Dill show in net? Do we still kind of working on things? You kind of figuring that out for the weekend?
Yeah, first of all, obviously very happy for Jake. We wish him the best up there. Hopefully he goes up there and steals a #1 job. As for us, yeah, we're more than happy to see Henry Dill step back in. You know, he came in for 3 games last week and did really well against a good Fayetteville team. So excited to see what he's going to bring. And then as far as who else is going to be on the roster, on the bench, to be determined. It's kind of fluid right now.
Big 3-3, Knoxville on Friday, and then 2 at home against Macon. Those against Macon, big games, obviously, with the team that right now you're tied with in the standings. Just the mentality going into the weekend.
Yeah, of course, and we understand all games are big games going right now, just where we're sitting, where that slow start we had. But obviously, we have the ones beside with Macon kind of starred, and we understand where we're sitting, and it's a big opportunity for us to take a step in the right direction here.
We're looking forward to it, Dan. Thanks for joining us. Carillion Clinic Coach's Corner.
Thanks, Brian.